Nothing better than a fireside feast.
What do you need, ugly?
I wanted to surprise my friend, the sad-looking guy by the ballista.
Some idiot wanted me to read him poems recently. Extravagance, as I say it. I didn't like it.
I was thinking of something a little more traditional.
What would you have me do?
Just go with your specialty.
All right, it'll be my standard rate.
Draw him away from the ballista while you're at it.
Slap me hard and call me stupid. Trying to put one by me? That'll cost you more.
How's that?
Surcharge on special requests. Those are the rules.
Let me think it over. A favor for a favor?
There is one thing you could do for me.
And that is?
Myron and Alphonse, two of Laredo's thugs. Give him a good thrashing, and I'll even blow...
I stirred up enough trouble as it is during the execution.
No need to stir trouble. Just humiliate them some ways.
Consider it done.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix.
I don't like freaks.
And I don't like oafish no-necks.
What do you want, mutant?
To try my luck. Arm wrestling.
I'm gonna crush you, mutant.
Save the boasting till later. Let's do this.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Can't get any better.
You're weak! A lame mutant! Downright pitiful!
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
Got strength enough for another round?
Always.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True.
You're weak! A lame mutant! Downright pitiful!
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Got strength enough for another round?
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one? A little lad was skipping down the path. Plough more. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plough more. Oh, you arse fuck, dirty rotten scum. Plough more. Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum. Plough them all.
You're weak!
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Not just yet.
All right. I'm off to give the boys some diversion.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one? Was skipping down the path. Plough more. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plough more. Oh, you arse fuck, dirty rotten scum. Plough more. Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum. Plough them all.
You've had your song.
Let's go.
Care for some real diversion?
Nothing better
That
than
one
a
struts about
fireside
as if he was
feast.
the king himself. Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the
Sniffing
commandant's
around like
provided it all.
dogs in a rubbish dump.
True.
Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 oren.
Laredo's busy with that witch Sheila. Come back later.
Geralt, let's wait downstairs in the yard.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of
Doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle.
Yes?
Do we wait until the honorable lady is done with the venerable hick?
Waste of time. Looks like a good number of Flotsam's town watchmen are here. We should look around. Did you see that arbalist behind the house? I'll get his attention. Give him something to think about. Why don't you find out what they're guarding so closely?
My apologies, gentlemen. I could not help overhearing your conversation.
What do you want?
In point of fact, it's a matter for the Witcher. I have an offer.
An offer. Interesting.
I suspect you did not come to Flotsam for pleasure alone.
You suspect right.
Do you know about the monster in the river?
Might have heard something.
I expect someone will hire you to deal with it sooner or later. Thus, I presume that...
Stop presuming, expecting, and concluding. Just tell me what you want.
Our honored host is in possession of part of a trap, built especially for the beast in question.
Go on.
Around back, there's a storage area where Laredo keeps the treasures he confiscates from merchants and travelers. There are heaps of things out there.
Let me guess. You know exactly where I need to look.
Precisely. I saw Laredo's men carrying the contraption across the garden in a crate. They placed it on a platform by the wall, beyond which lies the craftsman's district.
Why are you telling me?
Why? We need to be rid of the beast as soon as possible. Good luck.
All right. I'll distract the guard. You sneak behind the house.
Brilliant as ever.
Afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Soldier, report to me immediately.
What do you want?
Shut it, soldier. Have respect for your superiors or spend the rest of your life on the...
In Flotsam, we cut the hands off thieves.
I was looking for the privy.
You're lucky the Commandant wants to see you. Come on!
Commandant, sir. We caught the Witcher sneaking around the garden.
Bring him in and leave.
Yes, sir.
We were just discussing a certain matter. You here on business too?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
In that case, I shall leave you to it.
Finally.
They didn't want to let me in while the sorceress was here.
Did you see her? Made up like a whore on parade day. They think they can do anything, those sorceresses. I heard what happened in Temeria. You know your name's on a warrant. It's unfortunate, though nothing that should impede our dealings. See, I'm the law round here, and the law needs to know what the legendary White Wolf's doing in this cesspit.
I'm looking for the man responsible for Foltest's death.
Here?
I know the Scoia'tael had a hand in it too. It's their trail I followed to Flotsam.
Lucky you found Bernard Laredo then. If you're telling the truth, Yorveth's got raw blood on his hands. I can help you find him.
What about Vernon Roach? Why didn't you let him in?
Roach? Know the aura that surrounds him? Men like him act first and think later. And when they act, almost inevitably innocent blood flows. I trust you're on our side.
Whose side is that?
That of the people of Flotsam, of course. Terrorized by the elven bandits for years now.
There was a time those forests belonged to the elves. To them, humans are bandits.
Spare me your sympathy. The elder races, the elder language, plough it all! Today they torch human settlements, they poison our wells, and they murder us along the highways. You fail to understand.
It's you who doesn't understand, Laredo. To tell you the truth, I'm not human.
You an elf? A dwarf? No, talking bollocks. I piss on the fact that they call you freak for your white hair and glowing eyes. You're a human like any other. We're fighting a war. And you, my friend, cannot straddle the fence.
What about the elves and dwarves in the trading post? Smiths, peddlers, and hunters? They eat with you, sleep among you. Whose side are they on?
Hell if I know. That's my point, Witcher. When you fight for survival, you need to be sure who your friends are. The non-humans in Flotsam, sure, they eat, fuck, shit among us. But when Yorveth sounds the battle horns, who knows what they'll do.
I'm surprised they haven't turned on you already.
How so?
The town guards treat non-humans like shit. Frankly, I don't know what keeps them.
I'll tell you what, Geralt. The hunger they'd face in the forest. But I grant you, those acts of, insubordination need to be stopped. Soldiers are simple men. When you see your mate die, a scoia'tael arrow in his throat, it's hard to look favourably at the elf who sells your wife coloured kerchiefs. You're a witcher. Your job is to protect the simpletons from monsters. I protect them from the danger that lurks amongst the trees.
You detest non-humans.
I detest Yorveth, the coward who hunts the innocent instead of facing soldiers. I detest that whore son who murders women and children while claiming that he fights for freedom. He's a monster, Geralt. He's the evil I protect people from. And anyone who helps a monster becomes a similar monster to my mind.
Enough. I get it.
I don't want you to kill him. Even you don't have a hope against his entire force. I have an idea, but I'd rather not go into it now. The squirrels are up to something. Every night their scouts come closer. I suspect they plan to attack the barge moored in the port.
What's on the barge?
You mean who? Bandits, murderers, rapists. On their way to the dungeons at Drakenborg. As soon as...
Their infamous leader joins them. The cherry on the cake, and Bernard Laredo's crown trophy.
Couldn't have put it better myself. As long as Yorveth remains free, humans, elves, and dwarfs will live alongside each other in deep distrust. I've got to learn what the pointy-eared rat is planning.
How am I supposed to get that information?
You underestimate me, Witcher. True, I have my prejudices, but I'm not blinded by them. Take your friend Zoltan, for instance. He contacted Yorveth.
How can Zoltan help if he can't go outside the walls?
Step by step, Geralt. That's how you build trust. You could start by tending to a problem we have. A beast. The Kairin has blocked all boat traffic. I'm losing tolls. That is, the trading post is losing revenue. Kill the Kairin and I'll declare your friends acquitted of their crimes. Then Zoltan can take you to see Yorveth.
I'm a witcher. I don't work for free.
Course you don't. Help us capture our commander, and you'll be rewarded generously, straight from the trading post's treasury.
I'll see what I can find out.
Now you stir up storms wherever you go. I actually believe you'll bring peace to Flotsam. Don't disappoint this town, Geralt. Farewell.
Entry only on the Commandant's express orders. Off you go. No passage.
no passage.
Ploughing squirrels. I'd put 'em in their place.
You're all talk.
They
Prove
say
it.
witches
I doubt
have no
anyone would
need
stop
to
you.
plough. We're too soft on them, that's
You
the
know
problem.
that.
Turned me away at the door, the bastard. We'll meet later. Don't forget your weapons on the way out.
I wouldn't mind a donut about now.
I always said, go ask the mason to
Going somewhere,
say
friend.
something, or did you just fart?
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Welcome to my modest shop.
What do you deal in?
All kinds of incense mainly. For meditation, rejuvenation, cooking, making medicine, rituals, whatever you require.
Perhaps she was murdered, perhaps she departed on her own, never to return. She's gone, and neither I nor Sir Herim can reverse that.
Want you to see a vista, eh?
You'll betray no one else, Sylvie.
What's going on here?
War's a Scoia'tael spy.
Any evidence?
What's it to you?
Easy. She loiters around the garrison, kick-kitting us. Roderick said he bound her, but I don't believe that.
I did!
That's your evidence?
2 of our lads are missing. Last seen with her.
I only spoke to them. Then they went off towards the caves. That's all I know.
The bitch is lying. She led them into an ambush.
This ought to be easy enough to resolve. Look inside the caves.
But they're crawling with all sorts of filth.
I'll do it, but you'll pay me. Wait for me at the harbor.
Come, Papa! Come, Papa! Fight the dust!
I wonder what's left of that wreck Cedric mentioned.
If the Karen attacked the boat, it's not likely to be much. We're looking for traces of the beast, not boats. The massacre in Rivia, it came back to me, I remember. The angry mob murdering non-humans, a young boy with a pitchfork.
Anything else?
Death, or a state close to it, I'm not sure. I felt life draining out of me.
I was there. I arrived a moment later. Too late.
Don't worry, Triss. They're only memories. We have bigger problems to tackle now. Something tells me that in recovering my memory, I'll find out a lot about what we're dealing with now. How's it living with Roach's soldiers?
Splendid. I know every shit joke that anyone's ever thought up. Plus, I've learned how to burp out the official title of the Emperor of Nilfgaard without reaching for beer. Shorty's told me about his 16 children, all named after Temerian troop divisions, and I know his nickname has nothing to do with his manhood. Nice to know that you care, though.
Glad to see you in a good mood.
I think I actually like them. They're good people. One of them even proposed to me.
Who's the brave man?
Sorry, that's a secret.
And here I thought Roach's boys had an ounce of respect for me. See those footprints?
Yeah, strange place for an evening walk.
Unless you're looking for adventure. Medallion's vibrating. Nice to run into some old friends.
Almost brings a tear to your eye.
Let's examine the traces of the Karen and get out of here.
Wait a minute.
What are you going to do?
Cast a simple diagnostic spell. It should answer a few. This monster's sick, Garrett. It's dying.
How much time does it have left?
A few years? Perhaps a decade and change?
Too long. What's wrong with it? Any information could be useful.
The diagnostic spell showed that some of the cells in its body have mutated.
What else?
The Karen's highly venomous.
Any ideas for an antidote?
Your Witcher's metabolism should neutralize small doses of the toxin. But if I were you,
A ram stuffed with sulfur and a dead cobbler. Straight out of Eastern legends. Not good enough for the Karen, though.
Careful there.
Good to see you, Zoltan. What are you doing so far from home?
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much. You work your fingers to the bone for 6 years, you listen to the tirades of that old tyrant Breckenrig, you buy jewels. Then she breaks off the engagement. And there I was, learning a gavotte. Fuck it. Out of sight, out of mind. Farewell to Eudora, the forge in Novigrad, and all the world's Breckenrigs. I'm a plain merchant, and I've made my peace with that.
Is there a good swordsmith or blacksmith here?
There's a small smithy by the wall. Quite basic. The tools probably remember the conjunction of the spheres, but it'll do for weapon repairs. They also enhance swords with runes, and add ornamentation to armor. Just don't do anything that'll make you look like Dandelion at the opening of a new brothel. You could also look in on some merchants. I don't think Laredo's robbed them of everything yet.
I spoke to the Commandant. The future hardly looks bright for the non-humans in Flotsam.
That fucker's only waiting for an excuse. One small provocation by Orveth and he'll attack us.
How do you know?
Heard it by chance. Saw him walking through the port one night, talking to himself, the batty bastard. He mentioned a new order and a world for humans only. He laughed and shouted curses at the prison barge. The scum is up to something. Orveth must sense it. He's doing everything not to provoke Laredo, but his Scoia'tael might have a different opinion and less restraint.
How are you killing time in this hellhole?
At present, polishing gems for Sheila de Tanserville. Requires precision, but it's swell-paid work.
Jewelry?
Not quite. The sorceress is building a magical contraption. Spends her days staring at it. A regular magpie eyeing a copper. But I don't think she's getting anywhere with it. Got so enraged one time she dashed a vase against the wall. Some temperament, those sorceresses, I'm telling you.
Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
What's going on here?
Brother, with the port closed, we're bored off our arses. Care to take part?
What are the rules?
The contenders put their coin down, winner takes all.
The fighting rules.
Drop your opponent and make sure he stays down.
Complicated.
So? Are you fighting, brother?
Oh, yeah.
He's a fresher like you, brother. Good for starters. Put your coin down. So, what'll it be?
I'm ready.
Gentlemen, let the dance begin!
His fucking guard!
hook! Watch out for the left hook!
That was fucking poetry! Up for another, brother.
Who's up next?
Corb Ransel, known as Flip Arse.
Strange name.
Does everything backwards. Sleeps in daytime, drinks before he eats, and tells women to get dressed before he ploughs them.
Flip Arse.
Show us your orans. So what'll it be?
I'm ready.
Gentlemen, let the dance begin!
Punches lights out! Punches lights out!
Hey, champ.
What?
I can tell you're a serious contender. Far too good for this drunken riffraff. Believe you me, I know what I'm talking about.
So? I don't know you.
They call me King Ziggy, because I pay like a king. If you want a taste of fame and riches, look for me by the inn in the evenings. I'll take you to the right place.
Wouldn't want to get on your bad side. Up for another, brother.
Who's up?